Minimize. Do.
Whoa, we're live.
Yeah.
I wasn't ready.
I wasn't ready either. I had some technical difficulties of not remembering which USB ports work with which devices. It's not universal. I mean, it is, but they're broken, so it's not universal. KNA Creations.
I mean, you don't even have to use the USB ports. They're not even useful at all.
No, yeah. Just get rid of all of them. Every device has Lightning nowadays, right?
Yes.
Or not Lightning. USB 3.
USB-C.
USB-C. KNA Creations, evening everyone. Lucky Bat, ooh, take the hun, hello all. Jason M, hey everyone, I watched the Star Wars Holiday Special and I regret it badly. Holy cow, yeah, it is a hard watch. It is not at all good.
It is not E for everyone.
No. Although, you know what is E for everyone that actually looks kind of dope? The new Lego Star Wars game. I actually kind of want it. It looks really fun.
What's different about it?
I think it's called like the Skywalker Saga or something. It's just like updated graphics, updated levels and stuff. It looks it actually looks like a pretty good third person like shooter fighter game.
Ah, interesting.
I mean, the old games were fun too. Skybat Productions. Oh no, Captain Howdy 91. Howdy, folks. Jam Styles, you took me by the hand, made me a man that one night. I love an Office quote. Shredder, this is the worst anime I've ever seen. Dislike. I agree, that's fair. There we go. Scrub I am. I missed last stream, just some priming and base coating. No, I pretty much painted everything. You missed a lot.
Yep. You're really far behind now. We're completely different people now as well.
Did I fix the camera yet? No. Where's camera? I need to look for a blue app with text. With simple text.
I get it because that's a lot of apps.
Boom.
Who gets appetizers at restaurants?
Yeah, what monsters get appetizers? Never got an appetizer in my life.
I've never either. Chat, how many of you are getting appetizers at restaurants?
Yeah, be honest. It's most of you, isn't it? No, the real monsters are the ones who get dessert. And make everybody wait while they eat a brownie. Because I don't know about you guys, but the protocol for me when I go to a restaurant is pig out and then leave full. I don't eat a little bit and then have room for pie. Like, what the heck is that?
I mean, I think a lot of people can do both. And that's not a problem, just an observation.
Kinones, I eat appetizers instead of meals.
There you go. Yeah, we're starting off with the hot takes this evening. Michael Jorgensen, psht, I can't afford either appetizers or dessert. I'm not a shell.
Nice. Okay, what was I doing 2 days ago? No, it seems way too watery, but I'm gonna try it.
Cake the Bandit, those delicious potato skins. I mean, that is true. That is an app.
You know, MC Chris has a great song about potato. Actually, he has two different songs about potatoes. Technically, one's about French fries. But what's really funny is it has like a rap break in the middle of it where he literally goes through a very succinct and organized history of French fries.
Amazing. Andy Crimson, I'm a slut for mozzarella sticks. George Gazzardo, don't keep us in suspense. Did you beat Sean?
Oh God, I got dunked on. All of my models were wiped at the middle of turn 4, and I lost by 6 points.
It's pretty rough.
Yeah, it was really bad. I don't know what happened. I didn't play that bad. I just couldn't deal any damage. He was playing Death Guard. I was playing Greenskin Orcs from the Compendium. And yeah, for the first 2 turns, we were neck and neck. I killed one of his guys. He killed 3 of my orcs. But then turn 3, I mean, I lost everything. Mm-hmm. Everything he shot at died. Everything he overwatched at died. It was brutal.
Yeah.
Because of deployment, he got onto some really early vantage point terrain, and that really screwed me up because I had to play really defensively.
Yep.
I don't know. I shouldn't have lost that bad, though. I don't know what happened. I wasn't playing a garbage team either. Like, if I was playing crew, it would make sense. But, well, crew against Death Guard, that's a bad matchup.
Yeah, that's rough.
Like, he was able to do 101 damage really fast.
Yes. He also, this is the thing about Sean, he rolls hot.
He does seem to roll hot.
No matter what.
He didn't whiff once in the whole game.
Nope.
I hate to blame the dice, but I feel like the dice gods were not happy with me. Because I whiffed a few times. You know, like a normal person.
Yeah. Maybe even whiffed a little bit more on average.
Mm-hmm. Well, that is my average.
Yeah. That's correct. Yep. So yeah, it was a rough time.
Mm-hmm.
We also put money on the line.
We did.
So it was even rougher.
I lost $1. I was so sure. I'd finally got the grasp of it. I got all my secondaries off.
You did.
But it just didn't matter.
Because usually, that's where the game is kind of won.
Mm-hmm.
It seems at least in the games that we have played.
Yeah.
People can kind of evenly get the strategic whatever the hell's and those tactical ploys,
mission objectives.
Mission objectives are the ones that are kind of make up the difference.
Mm-hmm.
and then I played Sean. And so what I did, I played the Orc Commandos. Sean played Incursors and Scepters.
Incursor Space Marines. Incursor Primaris Space Marines.
Incursor Primaris Space Marines. And I played my Orc Commandos, and I did that. You for 1 command point at the beginning of the game, you can take one of your boys, and you can put it wherever you want, like near. It has to be like within. It has to be 6 inches away, and it has to be in or near heavy terrain.
Mm-hmm.
And so I put my boy pretty close to Sean, and then I used the stabby commando, that guy. And what's fun about him is because when you do that move, you have to be concealed, but with that guy, you can fight and shoot concealed. So it kind of doesn't really matter. And so I shot with him, and he did like 2 damage. And then Sean decided to be a little aggressive and fight me. And then he whiffed. He completely whiffed.
Mm-hmm.
He missed everything. which is perfect because I think I rolled 2 6s and 2 normals, so there's like 14 damage in total. And he decided to re-roll, and so he did 1 re-roll, and he got it. So he had 1 hit on me, but then I have a tactical ploy that I can ignore damage. So I played that. So I spent another point. So I was down to 0 points, and so I ignored his damage, and then I fought him, and then he quit because we decided to go to the store.
Mm-hmm.
And I killed one of his guys in my turn.
In his first activation.
Exactly.
It was his first activation of the game.
Yep. And then I won the $1. I won Jay's $1 from Sean.
Yep.
Because we then quit. It was so funny.
Mm-hmm.
It was a power play.
Yeah.
It really was.
It was really funny because I got dunked on all game, and then Nick shows up and just wrecks.
Yep. Literally, we played just
5 minutes.
5 minutes of a turn, and then we moved on.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna say that's a me victory.
Got to Destructo. Dang, y'all play these games for money sometimes? Oh yeah, we're high rollers. Hundreds of cents.
A whole $1. Yep. But yeah, we almost need to keep doing that though.
Yeah.
Where we both get to play Sean.
Mm-hmm. Just so one of us has a chance of winning.
Mm-hmm.
Battle Brothers table. ZNBQ. Covering double or nothing guilty money match next week. Money. Also, Dennis are real. Sweet. We can play Sean 5 times.
We're gonna do double or nothing.
Yeah.
We'll double it up, so you lose double the amount of money.
I think the next week we're playing Root.
Oh yeah, we might be playing Root. It depends on what's going happening.
Yeah, maybe we can squish in one quick game.
I bet we could.
Yeah. Battle Brothers tabletop. If Sean is consistently winning with Space Marines, he may be the GOAT. I don't get it. Space Marines are supposed to be awful.
What we've said is that we need him to join a tournament, and then we like film it and follow him around and see how well he does.
I don't get it. I don't think I'm terrible.
And the funny thing is, this is my favorite thing. You know, Jay was, going through the rules again, double checking everything, and then Sean and I were just talking shit. Like Sean was not caring or paying attention, and he still won.
Oh yeah.
I loved it.
The thing, I'm able to keep up in points, but I can never keep up in killing, ever.
Yeah.
Just everything he points at dies.
I think because you made us a map. You should play him on that map.
Yeah.
Next week. Because I think the first map that you made was uneven on your side.
Yeah.
And I think that opened you up to getting unnecessarily attacked.
Yeah, he had some good vantage points right off the bat, which didn't help me.
And you didn't.
No, I had to hide behind some heavy terrain.
Yep. And so we played that 5 minutes of the game, and then we decided to go to the game store, and then we bought Chalnath.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm putting together Pathfinders right now.
And I put together the train. It's big. It is like it's a lot of terrain, kind of. I'm pretty excited for the smaller pieces because I need a lot more heavy terrain, where it can keep you safe even from vantage point.
Yeah.
Also, punishing vantage point is scaring me a little bit because vantage point is already really good. That's tabletop. Sean will be no match for the Scions. Not even Almighty Sean. I hope. The Scions look awesome. I cannot wait to have the Nepestus Scions.
They're built, right?
Sorta. Yeah, they're all built. They're on paint handles right now. I think I might do a video on them actually in April.
That's funny because we have a lot of videos
Mhm.
planned.
Simon the Lobotomized Monkey. Speaking of actually playing the game, I had my first real game of Age of Sigmar on Saturday, and I'm frantically painting as much as possible. Nice! XYT. Sean Bat Rep? Maybe. What's great is he plays really, really well. Never read the rules.
Yeah, he's never read the rules.
Never read the rules.
He's never
Just
read
got
the
it from
rules.
us.
Just got it from us. It's insane.
Got it, Structo.
Absolutely.
Man, if I had to choose any favorite Loyalist Space Marine successor chapter, it'd be the Kakaradons. I need to learn how to paint them up, though. Gray. Did I help?
I think you nailed it.
Yeah. Sean, question for the table. Should I or do you put mixing balls in pots? I sometimes put some mixing stuff in there. Actually, I saw today a little bit of controversy about the Army Painter mixing balls, where they're ferrous and rust. 3 people. So they put in the Army Painter mixing balls and they rusted out. I don't know if Army Painter got like a bad shipment of stainless steel balls that actually ended up being steel balls. Because you don't want steel balls.
No, you don't want balls of steel.
No, I like rocks or glass balls. I've heard beads, but beads might be a little light to mix up some like Games Workshop paints.
If you put rocks in your paints, then they'll disintegrate.
Yeah, pro tip, if you go to the beach, those rocks are probably fine. If you dig out a clump of dirt from your backyard, that's probably not good to put in your paint.
Okay.
Ralph Beshke, new here. Is this for Necromunda? No, this is a Blackstone Fortress mini from the game Blackstone Fortress, which does it exist anymore? I don't even know.
Although, good guess. I mean, it looks like
pretty much. It does look a lot like those new Flamer guys.
Mm-hmm. As they always say, flame on.
Mm-hmm. That's what Captain America said in the Fantastic Four movies.
Exactly. Alex YT, I like the J Paints Nick builds dynamic the streams have had.
I've had to build so much stuff lately. I am over it.
I've built a bunch of stuff because I started with I had these witches that are partially put together, and then I decided to give up on those because that's how my life is. And then I'm literally one guy away from finishing my Malifaux putting together, and then we bought this.
Yep.
So now I'm doing this because I want to have this done by next week.
Ooh.
At least put together, not completely done, because there's no way in hell that's gonna happen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the Chelnath army seemed good. I'm really excited about Faith Points. The only thing and this is just kind of a me problem, but I kind of love the simplicity of the compendium armies, whereas you really have to be paying attention with the bespoke armies, which apparently you're not supposed to call them bespoke anymore. Apparently this is a development where people are like, they're not bespoke. It's just a thing in the Kill Team community. Battle Brothers Tabletop, what's the deal with bespoke? I know Glass Half Dead has called them... Did he call them boutique armies? The Cracker. Y'all make videos? Who would have guessed?
Yep. Just started.
Mm-hmm.
And we're known for our live streams.
Alex YT, I put balls in my pots and droppers, but that's mainly because the paint from my friendly local game store is from the Cretaceous period. Oh, I've been there before. I bought some old-ass Vallejo paints. Probably the first wave of Vallejo back in 1876. From the Valley himself.
Flipno288. Spend money for a vortex mixer. I love mine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, of course. I still want to make my own. I actually have all the stuff now. I just need to find the time. I just need to find the time for almost everything in my life.
Mm-hmm. Lots of stuff going on.
Mm-hmm.
Busy boys.
Mm-hmm. Simon Labana's Monkey. Aquarium rocks are great for basing too. That is true, although make sure to get the ones that aren't painted, because sometimes the paint can flake off. I think usually it's just like quartz that has been pulverized, and then sometimes they put in like they paint them to make them fun colors, but you want to get the plain if you want to use them as mixing agitators.
What if you want them to flake off, though?
Well, that's probably fine as long as you don't want to use an airbrush.
Dang. I have little glass BBs.
Yeah, that's like the top tier agitators. You do not have to worry about glass balls.
The only problem with them is that they just fit in dropper bottles.
Mm-hmm.
You kind of have to shove them in there, and you know it's gonna be hard to get them out.
Yeah, I bought a set where I really had to like shove them in there.
Yep.
And I probably have to cut them out.
Yep.
Describe I am. I know some people who take M6 or quarter-inch nuts and put them into paint for shakers. You know, that's probably not a bad idea.
Yeah, because you can get them pretty cheap too.
Tell you that from it. I use bullets to mix my paint. You know, that's probably not a bad idea. Heavy, non-ferrous, recycling. Do you take the paint pot and like open it up, and then you take your pistol and you just shoot it right into there?
You know, not a bad idea. Sean, Nick is an agitator. Hey. That's rude.
Zach McCarthy, been playing as a NPC faction in my Age of Sigmar map-based campaign. It's great because I get to play with everyone else's armies. Nice. I recently was reading about some scenarios in Rogue Trader where one person played as NPC characters, and it seems really interesting. It seems like a really fun idea. Battle Brothers Tabletop. I do like artisanal. It is kind of fun. It is I like everything Games Workshop's done for Kill Team 2, but one thing that is annoying is it kind of creates different classes of teams, because there's the ones you can buy in the box sets, there's the ones that you can read in White Dwarf, and there's the ones you can get in the compendium.
Yes.
And it'd be fine as long as they did a better job of like advertising that they're all the same thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm on the fence on it if I like the White Dwarf specifically, because they do not really advertise that exists.
No, yeah. I mean, there's always Warhammerpedia and stuff, but
but it's not like in the core rulebook. It's like, hey, sometimes we like add stuff.
Yeah.
So you have to get the magazine.
Mm-hmm. I mean, technically, White Dwarf rules have existed since Rogue Trader. Like, Rogue Trader existed for them to publish rules.
Mm-hmm.
But they've never, ever really advertised that that's how they do things.
Right. Just like the FAQs, it never says that, hey, sometimes we update the rules. So yeah, well, you should check.
Yeah, the problem with the FAQs is that they're hot garbage. Like, you have to buy another goddamn book.
Well,
for
I'm
what?
just saying, like, they sometimes on their website they have normal FAQs.
Yeah, they do.
Don't have to buy anything.
I mean, I remember.
They don't talk about that.
Yeah, I remember back in 6th edition. I remember taking a Sharpie and changing the rules of my codex.
Yep. But they don't talk about it.
No.
Like, we had to find it ourselves.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm sure somebody at the shop just told me. Yeah, I think I was watching some video today about somebody ranting about the new. Apparently, there was a new 40k supplements. and they were like, it sucks that Games Workshop doesn't support the players. And I thought, just don't buy it. Who cares? What is in there? What honestly is in there that's going to change anything? For you, for us and Sean.
Right.
Sean, why is Spain so damn good at paint making? I always wondered. That's a good question. We'll have to ask the Spanish. The Wizard MF, honest opinion on The Rise of Skywalker. I enjoy the movie, but I think it is flawed. Like, it has a lot of flaws. But overall, I enjoy it. I think it's fun. I love those characters. Did I just trigger everybody?
Everyone left the stream just now.
Oh, no! God Destructo. Would BBs work? I don't know. I don't know if BBs are ferrous. I don't know if they're heavy enough. I think they probably work for some paints. Like, Pro Acryl is very, very thin paint. So I actually bought a bunch. I bought Pro Acryl's agitator balls, and they're tiny, tiny, tiny. And so they only really work for Pro Acryl paint. They would not shake up a Army Painter or a Games Workshop. Nut beats, I'm gonna monetize my Ghost Keel battlesuit. Sweet. Peter Daly, opinion on the Eldari Codex cover. Too much of the Custodes cover and the AdMech, in my opinion. I haven't seen it yet. Let me look. Warhammer.
Alright, I'll look too.
Community. I'm looking at the cover art of the Eldar to see if I like it, because that's really what matters. Yeah, it's cool. I like it. It's kind of simple. Good use of colors. Yeah, I like it. I love that you can see a striking scorpion shooting out of his helmet, because the striking scorpions actually have guns built into their face. Or not their face, but their helmet.
That is pretty fun.
Battle Brothers Tabletop. I really like the White Dwarf teams since it validates models that we already have. Yeah, I agree. I think I want to build an AdMech army, and I think I'm gonna use the White Dwarf Hunter Clade rules instead of the Compendium rules.
Damn.
Yeah.
Indy Crimson, Jay coming in being wrong again.
Oh no, which one was I wrong about?
Jason M. Rise of Skywalker is mildly better than the holiday special.
Aw, that's a little bit mean. It's alright. A bunch of stuff doesn't really make a lot of sense in it, but a bunch of stuff is really cool. I mean, the holiday special is just like 40 minutes of Wookiee noises, and then Carrie Fisher, high as a kite, singing the words to Star Wars. Bet you didn't know there was words to the Star Wars song.
The biggest question here, though, is why do you hate Star Wars so much?
Yeah, that's true.
What did Star Wars do to you for you to like some of it that other people don't like?
Mm-hmm. My Star Wars cred is just I grew up on the original trilogy. Those are the only movies we owned. Star Wars 77, Empire, and A New Hope, and I would watch them all every day for years. But I don't really like them that much. It's okay.
Right.
Peter Daly, taking a Sharpie to your brand new cards. I like it. I like editing, highlighting, and altering my codexes and stuff. I think it makes me feel cool when I like cross out a rule and then write in the margins the real rule. Because a fun fact, codexes do not retain their value. You might as well mess them up.
But what if I bought the limited edition
Doesn't
one?
matter. That one's worth even less. XYT, do you use a separate mixing brush and painting brush? No, not really. Sometimes I won't mix paints with like my really nice brushes, but most of the time I don't use brushes I worry about. Like again, I've painted 99% of this model with the size 3 Rosemary and Co synthetic, and I've mixed all the paints with it. Sean, pebbles are everywhere. F the BBs. Yeah, that's kind of what I do. CamHowdy91, I'm so glad that the Tyranid Codex is coming out after the Eldar one. I'm so tired of needing 5 books to play in 8th edition Army and 9th edition. You know, I can't agree. I'm a little upset that we haven't gotten any new Space Marine stuff in a while. I mean, the Space Marines never get any attention. It's just not fair. So as cool as it is to get all this fun Xeno stuff, I think they're kind of missing the point.
Exactly. You know, and what they really need is some Primaris lieutenants. There's not very many of those.
Donald Kaler, Rise of Skywalker makes me mad because they killed Kylo Ren, squandering his character. I mean, they killed him in the last 5 minutes. Like, what more was going to happen? Also, they didn't squander his character because he lasted all 3 movies until the last 5 minutes. Like, I would have been one thing if they killed him like in the first 10 minutes of episode 7. That would have squandered him a lot. But I don't know. I don't know if that's really squandering him if they completely used him up. Benjamin Reynolds, what is PIOUS VORNE? PIOUS VORNE is a hive ganger who is a zealot who loves to burn people to death.
Which, don't we all?
Mm-hmm.
The Wizard MF, have you seen recent Hammer and Bolter?
No, I'm a little bit behind. The last episode I saw was the Adeptus Mechanicus one.
I think the last one I saw was the Eldar one.
Mm-hmm. Jason M. Some second edition codexes have gone up in value far more than I wish. That is true, but I mean, they came out worth $20 and now they're $25.
Yeah.
And sometimes I've gotten some good deals on codexes lots. That's usually how I get my stuff.
And where'd you get those random books, like locally?
Half Price Books. It's a
Half
used
Price
bookstore
Books.
near me.
Yeah. For some reason, they had those.
Yeah.
It's some old codexes.
Mm-hmm.
Or codices.
Yeah.
I always find it interesting that a lot of people say codexes. Like, in the Warhammer community.
Yeah.
Very funny.
Sternmerk, Jay is right. I need my weekly Primaris captain. I totally agree.
Read. Day 1 of asking Jay to find me in his studio until he catches me.
Oh no! Didn't find it today. So I'll try again. Flipnet Doodad 88. Darth Maul got effed in the movies. I completely agree. Now that's a wasted character. He should have been the bad guy for all 3 movies.
Yeah.
Sean, Kylo Ren was such an emo. I agree, but that's what I liked about him. Like, he was kind of a more interesting bad guy than we've gotten before because he actually had, like, motivation and character as opposed to just cool-looking armor and a cool-looking lightsaber.
Sounds fake.
Mm-hmm. And now that I no longer have any support, I like Kylo. I like Kylo a lot. I like Rey, too. There, on my phone, Rey is my lock screen and Kylo is my home screen.
Jeez. You're such a shell.
Yeah, I don't even like Star Wars.
I really like Star Wars. That's why I hate almost all the movies.
Mm-hmm.
And every piece of supplemental material, except for the ones that I like.
Yeah.
That's how much I love Star Wars. I'm a real fan.
I'm just a poser.
Yeah. Yeah, you can like something wrong. That is a fact.
Alex YT, I used to think that they wasted Snoke, but then I thought about Darth Maul and Count Poo-Poo getting scissor chopped in a throwaway intro scene. You know, that is kind of a thing with baddies in Star Wars, is the secondary baddie just gets destroyed. Even General Grievous only lasted like 10 minutes.
Yeah. Jeez.
It's just kind of what they do. Champ Sales, I got my codexes from Goodwill. Whoa, what a find. Good job.
It was pretty good.
Jason M, some of the second edition codexes are well over $100 on eBay. No bookstores near me would ever have them in stock. I bet that they're for sale for $100. I bet they are not selling for $100.
Can't you just find the rules online?
Yeah. Yeah, they're all PDFs available. Like I read the Rogue Trader Orc Codex that way.
Yeah.
Just download it.
Yeah, but you're pirating.
Mm-hmm. Lord Vesh. Jay is a Rilo, shipper confirmed. You know, I would have been fine with that. They sort of do it in episode 9. 9 is weird because 9 probably should have been 3 different movies, but instead it was one movie with a lot of stuff happening in it.
Oh my god, so much stuff happens in it.
Mm-hmm. But, that's fine. I like it.
So much stuff happens in it, I don't even know what happened in it.
They Star Wars. That's what happens. Yep.
I remember that part. Jason M, I want the hard copy. Codices are Games Workshop's best product. Can't change my mind.
Well, if you can't change your mind.
We were literally just talking about that the other day. How it should all not be hard copies, but people wouldn't like that.
Mm-hmm. I mean, literally, I think Star Wars X-Wing did a perfect thing when they changed from hard cards that could never be changed, which led to incredible amounts of power creep, to a fluid app system, and everybody hated it.
Yep.
Everybody hated that the rules were now updated and fair and balanced and even and accessible and for free. Everybody was like, God, we want this. We hate this game now.
Yep. It's very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I do think it's like I'm playing this game. I don't want to look at technology or my phone or have to think about my wife or I think that plays into it a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Because it is nice to set it down and just talking shit and playing the game and.
Yeah, I don't know. It was really weird because Fantasy Flight, like when Games Workshop changes editions, you just hear nothing about it, and then they're like, just buy the new thing. But when Fantasy Flight changed from 1st to 2nd edition, they created an entire series of videos with the game designers talking about what changes they made and why, and demoing the new versions and explaining exactly how they're different and what you need to do. And these videos have no views.
Yeah, nobody cared.
Like, they tried so hard to make it as easy a transition as possible, and no one was on board. And I've heard nothing but good things about the new version.
Jake Dog, I like codex, but I don't like that the rules are changed for my army between codexes using other books.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that is dumb. Like the chapter approved or whatever the hell.
Ian W., have you ever painted Star Wars Legion on the channel before? Yes, we've painted some Star Wars Legion in a couple of Wednesday videos, talked about it a lot on Mall's Memories Weekly, and a few times on stream. A bunch of times on stream, actually.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I love Star Wars Legion. It's a really, really fun game, with some pretty darn good models. Peter Daly, you got mad brush control, my dude. I have to have my elbows shoved into my stomach to get into the details. Yeah, the way I paint is I have my desks up very, very tall. Like my desks are up about 3 feet, and that way I can rest my elbows on the table, and then the only thing I have to manipulate is my fingertips. Yeah, I don't like the classic painter pose of elbows on the table. I like my whole arms flat.
I think you should start holding your brush like Goobs.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, whenever he uses an airbrush, it's insane. I know Goobs is watching this right now, but you hold an airbrush insane. I know you explained it in the video, it makes sense, but geez Louise.
I like to think it's the difference between console gamers and PC gamers. It's all about the thumb.
Oh my god! I mean, it's quite a lot, don't you think?
Yeah, I don't really like controllers. Yeah, and I definitely don't use my thumb for the trigger. Maybe if you're using like a short cord, it wouldn't. I don't know.
I don't know at all. Lord Vish. Jay paints lying down on his stomach with his legs kicking in the air like a giddy 12-year-old girl.
Yeah. Lee Quinn, that's human psyche at work. The more you draw attention to changing something people like, the more they hate the change. You know what? Also, I think a lot of people got really bad advice. Like, I heard from tons of people that the second edition X-Wing conversion boxes were garbage and you had to buy a ton of them to have all the parts you need. And so I actually bought 2 for my faction, Scum and Villainy, and it turns out that they actually thought about it and gave you the cards you need. Because it's like, I own like 8 generic Z95s, but they didn't give me 8 generic Z95 cards because it's physically impossible points-wise to take that many ships.
Oh.
But if you just think about it in terms of a collection, I kind of do want 8 cards, because I already own 8 cards, because I bought 8 ships, but I don't actually need that many cards, because I couldn't possibly ever take them. I guess if I was to loan them out, maybe, but the conversion kits are actually pretty darn good. Like, they're pretty well designed. I don't know, the only problem with them really is that they were lacking a couple of the ships. Like, I think the K-Wing didn't come in the Rebel pack, because I think the K-Wing hadn't been released in X-Wing 1 until after they had already planned on converting to X-Wing 2. So there was a couple of little oddities like that, but other than that, actually, it's pretty smooth. Kingdom Cheese. Hold your brush in a clenched fist. Maximum control. Nutbeats. Ninjan has the air Glock. Yeah. 45 caliber painting.
Alex YT. As a console gamer, I can say thumb trigger for airbrush is wildin'. Yep.
Beater Daily. B-Wing is GOAT. All else is secondary. I really do love the B-Wing. It's one of my favorite ships in all of Star Wars, and I continuously kick myself because one time when I was a little kid, I was purchasing a model kit from like a model kit store, and they offered to order me a B-Wing kit that they could order for me, but I decided not to because I wanted something that day because I was a kid. But if I had ordered it, because it would have been a really, really good deal because that kit now goes for tons of money.
Wow.
But I was like, no, I want something today.
Although, how old were you?
I was probably like 11.
Okay. Because you would have ruined it.
Yeah, I would have ruined it.
You would have hawk-looed it together.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I built so many model kits as a child, and none of them turned out. Literally, for years and years, I put them together with hot glue. Because I didn't know any better.
That is pretty awesome.
Champ Styles, a ship I want so badly for X-Wing is the TIE Phantom, but man, are they hard to get. I love the Havoc for the win. What? Shop.
The Grogar. Do the live streams get saved on the channel? I've never looked, and I'm too lazy to right now. Yes, they do. If you look, I guess you're too lazy to look, but the fourth link in the description is all the past live streams. And if you go to our main channel page and scroll down, you'll see a playlist called Past Live Streams, where everything's in.
Huh, it does look like they don't currently sell this TIE Phantom. Interesting. Man, X-Wing is one of the best games of all time. I think it's really sad that X-Wing 2 is struggling. It did nothing wrong.
You heard it here, folks. We're going to switch the channel to be an X-Wing only channel.
Yeah, we will. One of our lowest performing videos is an X-Wing video.
That video did very bad.
Literally right after one of our top performers.
Mm-hmm. That video, was it that? No, it wasn't that video. It was the 1 Pound Kill Team video. Was the one that made us rethink everything.
Yes.
I think that one didn't do well either.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for YouTube, it's all about working smarter and harder instead of just harder.
Yep. Aaron Ferguson. So, am I going to win the competition? Right, Jay and Nick and Jay? My boys will win. You'll have to find out on Saturday.
Yeah, the boys are back in town.
It's true, and if you're part of our Discord, which everyone should be, you should vote for squad goals. So we can see who wins the community pick. We had 29 entries, which is a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Usually, I think the most we've ever gotten before was like 20, less than 20, 16, maybe 23 at the most. Jason M 1 Pound Kill Team is probably my most watched video.
Hmm.
Well, you single-handedly saved it. I wonder how many views it has right now.
Calzeroke, I feel
Place
bad
your
for you,
bets.
Jay. LEGO has only made 4 B-Wing sets with 1 large UCS version. I was talking about like plastic model kits. I did have the second B-Wing. They've since made 1 more UCS and 1 more minifig scale. The UCS one actually I'm not that interested in because it seems to actually have weight distribution problems because it's such a weird shape. I see a lot of B-Wings on display that really sag.
Me too. Flipping at 288. I totally screwed up and didn't get it done. I'm still working on them.
Oh no!
Well,
you have
I
time.
mean, you don't. You really don't.
You
I mean,
do
but
it.
You can still get them done. You can still get them done for yourself.
Noble Union, I see 73 different painting errors on this one mini. You sure you should be streaming? Yes. Skybot Production, should I make gold Necrons or purple ones? Gold ones with purple accents. DDD 4101, do you think LEGO and Games Workshop would ever collab on something? No. Because LEGO is in a different stratosphere than Games Workshop. Nutbeats, what is the target age group for this channel? 80-year-olds.
45.
This is for 2-year-olds or 80-year-olds?
Yeah.
And if you're in between, we'd prefer you didn't watch.
Right. And this is age restricted content.
Yeah.
So I don't know how you guys are watching this. If you're not 80 or 2. Noble Union. Oh God, please don't expose me. I was just joking. You're far better than me. Oh, there you go. Aaron Ferguson. So this weekend, both competition winners and call-in. You better believe it.
Mm-hmm. It usually happens. I mean, it always happens, actually.
Yep. So. It's pretty exciting. And of course, we're going to be announcing our next competition. Just everything's happening. George Gujardo, this stream is mostly for burping enthusiasts. Exactly. Have we even burped at all this whole
I
stream?
don't think so.
I don't think I did. Or maybe I am and I just don't even realize it. Like it's just in, just you just do it all the time. You don't even realize you're doing it.
Never. LEGO is supposedly anti-war. That's a little bit more of a back in the day thing. They have done a few violent themes in the past, obviously Star Wars and Overwatch. So it's not like out of the question for them to do something a little bit more violent. But I think 40k's weird, like fascist symbolism would probably keep them away. Because it's not parody. It's Oh God. I forget.
Anyways.
Yeah. Anyway.
Anti-Crimson Satire.
Satire, yeah, 40k satire, but like it doesn't really matter if you're just looking at it. Are those the Nazis? No, you don't understand. See, it's a satire of. If there's not that person there to explain it, sometimes it can look bad, and then sometimes it's taken by fascist groups, the imagery, and then they're like, hey, how female space marines are not biologically possible because gene seed is scientific. It's not just a completely fictitious, made-up thing.
I don't know. If you say Warhammer isn't real one more time, I'm never doing this again. Sean, no burps, or I just ignore them now. Yeah, it's a little bit of both, I think. Jason M. 40k is real, just hasn't happened yet.
EMW, Lego's Auschwitz scandal, cough cough. You know what though, that wasn't Lego's fault. Lego used to supply a lot of artists with Legos so that they could produce arts, but one artist decided to kind of go rogue and abuse the system and made seemingly authentic Lego sets of atrocities, and then Lego, it was like, we're not going to help artists anymore unless like we're in complete control of it.
So basically ruined it.
Yeah, Lego was actually doing something really nice and cool, and somebody took advantage to get some reaction points.
And speaking of reaction points,
yeah,
it is 10 o'clock.
I'm gonna go to bed.
Not if I go to bed first.
Oh no!
Oh, I know. Alrighty, well, we had a video art today. We still have 3, count them, 3 more videos out this week. We have one on Wednesday, one on Friday, one on Saturday, which is a Patreon exclusive episode going through some more Warhammer Plus stuff. We also have our Patreon only stream on Friday after the normal stream, so you gotta join the Patreon for that. We also have merch. Merch. But we'll be back with another live stream tomorrow at 9 p.m. Central, so join us for that.
Merch. Why is the merch thing turned off? Did I not set the stream up correctly?
I'm gonna say you didn't.
Yeah, where'd it go? All right, whatever, everybody. Go buy a t-shirt.
Woo,
and good night.
Good night.